Get ready for a whirlwind of news. The Oklahoma City Thunder are skipping the White House, a shocking twist in pro sports tradition. Plus, a tech titan faces a massive antitrust battle, a beloved streaming service is making a controversial change, and a global leader is making a bold economic move. You won't want to miss this. Stick around and subscribe.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are reportedly not visiting the White House to celebrate their NBA championship. This comes as a surprise, breaking a long-standing tradition that champions of major professional sports teams have followed for decades, regardless of political party in power. The Thunder, who clinched their first title since relocating from Seattle, were in Washington, D.C. for a game against the Wizards, presenting a seemingly perfect opportunity for the traditional visit. According to reports from The Athletic, a team spokesperson cited timing issues as the reason for the cancellation. While the team acknowledged being in communication with the White House and expressed gratitude for that dialogue, they stated that the timing just didn't work out. This explanation comes amid a backdrop of increasing political polarization, which has seen other championship teams, like the 2017 Golden State Warriors, decline White House invitations during President Trump's tenure, and the 2024 Boston Celtics visit President Biden. The Thunder's decision marks a significant moment, as they would have been the first team to visit the White House since President Trump began his second term, potentially signaling a shift in how sports franchises engage with political traditions. Fans and analysts are buzzing about this development, with many speculating on the underlying reasons and the implications for future championship celebrations. The decision has sparked widespread discussion across sports media and social platforms, highlighting the evolving relationship between sports, politics, and tradition in a divided nation. Don't go anywhere, because what's next is huge for the tech world. We're diving deep into a major antitrust showdown that could reshape the digital landscape. Tech giant InnovateCorp is reportedly facing a monumental antitrust lawsuit that could fundamentally alter the digital landscape as we know it. This legal battle centers on allegations that InnovateCorp has been leveraging its dominant market position to stifle competition and engage in monopolistic practices, impacting everything from app distribution to cloud services. The lawsuit, filed by a coalition of state attorneys, general and potentially involving federal agencies, seeks to break up key divisions of the company and impose stringent regulations on its future operations. InnovateCorp, a company synonymous with innovation and convenience for billions of users worldwide, has built an empire on a vast ecosystem of interconnected products and services. Critics argue that this very integration, while beneficial to consumers in some ways, has created insurmountable barriers for smaller competitors trying to emerge. The suit specifically targets practices such as pre-installing its own applications on devices, exclusive deals with hardware manufacturers, and potentially unfair data collection policies that give it an unassailable advantage. The implications could be far-reaching, potentially leading to a more diverse and competitive tech market, or conversely, causing significant disruption to services many rely on daily. The tech industry is holding its breath, with stock prices for InnovateCorp experiencing volatility. Analysts are divided, with some predicting a landmark victory for antitrust advocates and a new era of fair competition, while others warn of the potential economic fallout and the possibility of unintended consequences for innovation and consumer choice. Public reaction online is a mix of support for reigning in big tech and concern about the potential impact on beloved services. But that's not all the disruption we're seeing. Get ready for a shake-up in your favorite streaming queue. We're breaking down the controversial new password-sharing crackdown hitting millions of households. Popular streaming service, StreamNow, is implementing a controversial new policy to combat password sharing, a move that's set to impact millions of households globally. This isn't just about a few friends sharing login details anymore. StreamNow is rolling out sophisticated detection methods and imposing significant extra fees or outright account suspensions for users identified as sharing credentials outside their primary household. The company argues this is a necessary step to ensure fair revenue distribution and to continue investing in high-quality content production, but subscribers are already voicing their outrage. StreamNow, a dominant player in the streaming wars, has long offered a vast library of exclusive shows and movies, making it a staple in many homes. However, the practice of password sharing, while against the terms of service, became so widespread that it's estimated to have cost the company billions in potential revenue. Their new approach involves enhanced IP address tracking, device identification, and even potential location verification to define what constitutes a single household. This aggressive stance is a stark contrast to previous, more lenient approaches taken by many streaming platforms, and it signals a new, more stringent era for subscription services trying to monetize their user base. The backlash has been swift and intense, with StreamNow unsubscribe trending worldwide. Consumers argue this policy punishes loyal customers and is a blatant cash grab that erodes the value proposition of their subscriptions. Industry experts are watching closely, with some suggesting this could set a precedent for other struggling streaming services, while others predict a surge in account cancellations and a potential shift towards ad-supported tiers or even a resurgence of traditional cable. And speaking of global shifts, get ready for a major economic announcement that could send ripples across the world. We're analyzing a bold new strategy from a world leader aimed at reshaping international trade. A major global economic power is set to unveil a sweeping new trade initiative, a move analysts believe could significantly reshape international commerce and geopolitical alliances. This ambitious plan, spearheaded by a prominent world leader, reportedly involves a multi-pronged strategy focused on strengthening domestic industries, forging new bilateral trade agreements, and potentially reevaluating existing global trade pacts. The goal appears to be to create a more favorable economic environment for the nation's businesses and workers, while also increasing its influence on the global stage. The announcement comes at a time of increasing global economic uncertainty and rising protectionist sentiments in various parts of the world. This nation, a key player in global supply chains and a major consumer market, has been under pressure to adapt its economic policies to address domestic concerns about job losses and trade imbalances. The new initiative is expected to include significant investments in infrastructure, technology, and manufacturing, alongside a more assertive stance in trade negotiations. Details remain scarce, but early indications suggest a focus on strategic sectors and a potential pivot away from multilateral trade frameworks towards more tailored, nation-specific deals. The international business community is abuzz with speculation, with economists and policymakers scrambling to understand the full implications. Some see it as a necessary adjustment to a changing world economy, potentially boosting domestic growth and creating new opportunities. Others express concern about the potential for increased trade friction, retaliatory measures from other countries, and the disruption of established global trade norms. The long-term impact on global markets, supply chains, and diplomatic relations will be closely watched. That's all the headlines for now, but we've got a jam-packed outro coming your way. Stay tuned for a lightning recap and your chance to join the news community. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. The Oklahoma City Thunder are opting out of a White House visit. A tech giant is facing a massive antitrust lawsuit. A streaming service is cracking down on password sharing, and a global leader is making a bold economic play. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to news for all your breaking updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's headlines, and follow us on all our social media channels for more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.